I gave the aircraft full throttle and spoke to the navigator for directions on our next jump. And the navigators gave me the coordinates, and so I turned her due south, and on our final leg towards the coldest place on earth. Oh my goodness. And at full throttle, we're heading out. We're on our final leg, and we're going to go to the coldest place on earth, Antarctica. And fun place to be. as the plane shakes and rattles and rolls. I'm surprised nobody ever caught that song, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. It was probably named after the Ford Trimotor. But anyways, so we're on our final leg, and we're heading out. And as we're nearing the coastline of Antarctica, I noticed that my gauges were starting to act up. And but I was already told to expect it, not to worry, that once you get further in, it'll stop. And so I start to panic a little bit, but I was told that. So we're sitting there heading towards Antarctica, and the gauges did in fact start going haywire. But then after a little bit inland, they smoothed right out. And it's like, wow, hey, they were right. It smoothed right out. So we're still trekking on, and everything's going fine. But then all of a sudden, I get this huge jolt on the poor aircraft, and it's like a hand literally reached out and grabbed my plane. And so I'm sitting there with the yoke trying to keep it stable, and but it's like something grabbed the plane and held it fast. I couldn't go forward, I couldn't go backward, I couldn't go side to side, I couldn't yaw, I couldn't axis, I couldn't pivot, I couldn't do anything. It was like a vice grip. I grabbed the plane and just held it fast in place. And I'm like, what in the world do I do? And I called over the mic. What in the world do I do? And just as I'm about to do that, they said, relax. We've got your aircraft. Just relax, let go of the yoke, cut the throttles. So I did. And they had complete control of the plane, and the plane started moving slowly again forward, but at an angle this time, because it's heading downward at an angle. But it had control of my plane, and so I just released the yoke and cut all the throttle and turned off the engines and just let it do its thing. And so it starts to descend, and of course my navigator's freaking out, and the co-pilot is freaking out. And I said, guys, I was already foretold all this. Just calm down. It's going to be all right. And so it's got a hold of the plane, and it's taking the plane down, further down, and it's, and it's like, well, are we going to crash? What are we going to do? Are we going to hit something? Are we going to hit a mountain? No, we're not. We're going to be fine, guys. We're going to be fine. They're freaking out. They're losing their minds. I'm like, no, we're going to be fine. And we continue to descend, and we keep on descending. And so we just keep on descending, and we keep going and going and going. And then, I think it was either the co-pilot or navigator. I can't remember which now. But I think it was either the co-pilot or navigator. We're going to hit a mountain, they said. And sure enough, it looked like, indeed, we were going to hit a mountain. And that's the end of part 2. That's the end of part 2, folks. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, donate, especially the donate part. Especially now that I'm out on I-40 again. Let's donate. Come on, folks, let's donate. Donate. Anyways, but yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and donate. Especially the subscribe and especially the donate. Because YouTube needs to subscribe and I need the donations. Why does YouTube need me to subscribe? I don't know. Ask them. if you can get a hold of somebody. You know, getting a hold of a human being in YouTube is like pulling teeth, right? You know, you just about have to be an attorney or a judge or a police officer or something in order to get a human being at YouTube. Anyways, that's going to do it for part 2, folks. Bye. Alrighty, boys and girls, time for another sun-kissed mukbang. This time, it is sun-kissed grape. Sun-kissed grape. Now, the question is it going to be better than Purple Thunder? As good as Purple Thunder? Or worse than Purple Thunder? We're going to find out in this video, and we're going to find out right now. I'm going to put this down for a second, and we're going to pop this bad boy open. Because I don't think this one is going to explode. And it isn't, so that's good. Ooh, it did fizz a little, but it's alright. Okay, so now we got that. Now let's get this lid and set it down somewhere so that I don't lose it. Okay, alright, here we go, boys and girls. Alright, we're going to find this out. Okay, it's got strong flavor. It's got a classic grape flavor. It doesn't have the grape flavor of more modern drinks. It has a classic grape flavor. The grape flavor I remember as a kid. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's good. It's a good strong flavor. Classic grape flavor, but is it Purple Thunder? No. Does it even come close? No. However, if you want something with classic grape taste, then obviously Sun-Kissed Grape is going to be your bag, because it is good, and it's got a good strong flavor. It's not weakened down. So yeah, it's really good, man. Really good, gotta say. But you know, does it hold a candle to Purple Thunder? No. No, it doesn't. And by the way, the noise you're hearing is my heater running, so hopefully it isn't too big of a nuisance. But yeah, it's flavor from when I was a kid, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a good flavor, and it's got good taste, and it's good and strong. Flavor's good and strong. It's not watered down or weak. 3:22 in the morning, huh? Okay. But anyways, yeah. So it's a good drink. There's nothing wrong with it. You know, I still would rather have Purple Thunder. But hey, other than that, hey, it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. So there you go, folks. Another mukbang in the can. Have a good one, people. You all have a pleasant day and a better tomorrow. Fuckers. He's going to laugh at all of you. When you start going to jail for child trafficking and whatever else the lawyers want to throw at you, because they're going to throw the book at you, because little kids are involved. So they're going to throw the book at you. You got to know that. Okay? And there's no statute of limitations when it comes to harming children. Sorry, trolls. Fuck you. There's no statute of limitations when it comes to harming kids.
Well,
okay?
Vaughn,
There's just not.
Now, I understand that Andrea probably was really ill with the postpartum thing, and that's why Dr. Delgado, when you read the letter, that she was flipping out and you weren't aware of it, right? Is that how I perceived it?
Well, she had postpartum. Yeah, it's true. She had postpartum depression, but see, she almost died on the operating table too. Her cervix ripped, and she almost died. And
But when
the
you read
trolls
the
made jokes.
letter to Dr. Delgado online, the failure to thrive, was that
Failure to thrive.
maybe
Yeah.
Andrea's
She
fault?
said, failure to thrive means they're going to die just any second.
Oh,
And that was
no.
the term she used in court. That was the term she used in court. They were going to fail to thrive. Okay, well, failing to thrive means they're going to die just any second. But that was the term she used. That was her justification in a court of law. And when it's totally lie, it was a total lie. The kids were actually getting more Similac. I proved in court that the kids were getting extra Similac because I made an extra trip into town to get more Similac. Okay, so she now ask me how many years in jail she got for lying in court about little children. None. Zero. She didn't go to court for none of it. She didn't go to jail at all.
See? They're admitting it's all sex fault.
But yeah, man, I mean, you guys have no idea what's getting ready to happen to you. You think, oh, we are victorious over Von Helton. We got his kids taken away. We got his wife driven insane, and subsequently put right in the hands of a troll, which I have to believe was planned. Come on, trolls, be honest. That was all pre-planned. Putting Andrea in the hands of a troll, one of the very trolls that told her to leave her husband. You can't tell me that ain't a troll. You can't tell me that wasn't done intentionally. Come on, trolls. Nobody's stupid here, right? Nobody's stupid. Anyway, the point is that everything that was done legal, and the court's going to show that. Evidence is going to show that. And then, then the lawyers and the judge is going to throw the book at you. And that's really what's going to happen. This is not the end, trolls. This is the beginning. I keep telling you that. And it keeps going zoom over your motherfucking heads. Because you think you're indestructible. You think you're untouchable. You think you're untouchable. Mr. Elliott and his men thought they were untouchable too. And what happened to their fucking ass? Remember Elliott saying he was untouchable? Saying him and his men were untouchable? Yeah, what happened to them, trolls? What happened to them? They were all found dead, weren't they? Okay, so I guess they weren't untouchable. Now, were they? All right, so wake your fucking asses up. This is the beginning. This is not the end. This is the beginning. And the court is going to find you negligent in the act of a child, possibly even child trafficking. I don't know if it rises to that level, but we'll see. But there is no question that the judge's own comments, his closing comments, was that the reason my children were taken was because of the fact that people wouldn't stop fucking calling CPS. All right? That's the truth. My children were never abused. The judge even said so. Said the children were never abused.
Remember, the Frosts paid those women to go into your trailer and take
and
all
destroy my trailer. Yeah, destroy my trailer.
And do all that stuff that they.
Okay. The Frost pay what? Okay. Yeah, what's going on here? The Frost paid someone to go into your trailer, Von Helton, and destroy it. I'll tell you what I think. I think Jess deserves a round of applause for being a Von Helton troll and getting Von Helton to come onto her channel and just deliver the usual BS. And just trying not to laugh. That's the best part.
Yeah.
And that's right. And my eldest daughter, they told my eldest daughter to write on the wall, "I am hungry," and then they filmed that. And then they filmed that. Well, the rotten fruit they said was poop. That's what they done. They took rotten fruit, put it on the ground, said it was poop. They took Mountain Dew, put it on the ground, said it was piss.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is, like I said, this is not the end, folks. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. And this is where you trolls finally get to meet your comeuppance, because that's going to happen. You think, oh, I'm going to get away with this. No, you're not. You're not getting away with shit.
We are in trouble, folks. I think you should go to your grocery store, stack up on as much canned food as possible, and head down into your nuclear bunker, because this shit's getting real. Vaughn said so. Whoops. Sorry.
Damn thing. If you think you are, you're an idiot. Okay? Not anything you do to a child or an elderly person, there is no statute of limitations on that. Ask.
Okay, well, what he did to his children, and this is for you, Toby, because, I mean, you're going to send the man $5, you might as well know a little bit about his history, Toby. So this man had 3 children, I believe, with Andrea. And as you can tell now, he's online when he can. Well, when he was living in his trailer with his family, he was online all the time. He never paid 1 minute's attention to his children. It was just being online, and neglect, to the point where, and Andrea herself wasn't the sharpest tack in the box either. And so the children were neglected to the point where they were locked in this room with nothing in there, and they had to just sort of entertain themselves, and they went crazy. They weren't fed, they were not bathed, they were not educated, they were just neglected. And they landed up shitting all over the place and pissing all over the place and writing, "We want food" on the wall in feces. This is what Von Helton's children experienced. And this is what Von Helton right now is defending. Keep that in mind, Toby.
A lawyer, dumbass. Call a lawyer right now and ask him. Hey, is there a statute of limitations if I do something to an elderly person or if I do something to a child? The lawyer's going to say, fuck no, there isn't. There is no statute of limitations when you harm an elderly person or you harm a child. There is no statute of limitations. This is not the end, trolls. This is the beginning. This is the fucking beginning.
How many times has Von Helton uttered these threats? He's Hitler at the podium. This trolls. This is not the end. This is the beginning. He's like being. He's trying to be Hitler here. Hilarious.
Jeff Spicoli, where's my little suit at? Give it time, motherfucker. It's coming. It's coming. Just give it time.
We've been giving it 25 years, dude.
But this is the beginning. What's that phrase in the Bible? This is the beginning of sorrows or some shit like that. That's a pretty apt name. Pretty apt name. That's a pretty apt name. The beginning of sorrows for you. I mean, I'm sitting here in my fucking car. What are they going to say to me? That it was all my fault somehow? Well, wait a minute. If it's all my fault, why am I sitting in a fucking car in the middle of goddamn I-40? Hello? If it's all my fault, and I got all that money, $4.3 million out of my mother's checking account. Why am I sitting in my car right now? Why? If I got $4.3 million out off of my mom, why am I sitting in my motherfucking car right now?
Oh.
Because I didn't get it. The Frost got it.
Oh, shit.
The Frost got it. And by the way, James Arnold Frost took that property. He's got a whole big area back there in that property. Guess what he done with my money? He put double wides back there. He's got about 4 or 5 double wides all the way back on the back of his property. Did you know that, trolls? Did you know?
Okay, I have a little assessment going on here. I think that Von Helton is really starting to lose his mind. Reality is starting to kick in, and he is digging deep in the bullshit pit right now. Deep, deep, deep. This is getting interesting with winter coming in and everything.
Know that? He took my money and bought a bunch of double wides and set them up back there on the back of his property. Did you know that? Yeah, he did. Yes, he fucking did.
I did.
Now, Larry Frost used his POA and called Ohio and said, yeah, that $2 million for James Paul Von Helton, Urban Helton Jr. I want that I'm his POA. Give me that $2 million. And he bragged about it in front of witnesses that he got it too. And Ohio gave it to him. Why? Because he had a court document. He had a court document that Clay County stupidly gave him. And then what do we find out about Larry Frost later on? Oh, Larry Frost was a wife beater twice. He went to federal prison twice for beating the shit out of women. Funny how we didn't know about that until it was too.
Okay, what is that going to prove? The man is dead. He had a loving wife for all the times I watched him live stream, who he said he was married to for 20 odd years. So where's your proof, Vaughn Helton? As usual, you have nothing. You spew and you blab and you lie and you bullshit, but you've got absolutely no substance. Pathetic.
Too late, and he was made the POA. Isn't it? Isn't it, trolls? Isn't that amazing how that works?
Can you still see me, Vaughn?
I still see you.
Oh boy, I lost it here.
Isn't that interesting, though,
I don't
that
know
we
where
found that
it is.
out about him?
Oh, there it is.
He's a wife beater twice.
Alright.
Went to federal prison twice for beating the shit out of women. And Clay County puts him in charge of my mother. Oops, that's a mistake.
I think he's really just trying to distract our attention from his own abuse and neglect of his own children. I mean, he firstly he came on earlier and he was going off about how nothing that CPS accused him of was true. He was set up and everything. And then he went into attacking Larry Frost specifically right now for something or other. Let's see where he takes it.
Mistake, isn't it? Yeah, that's a pretty big mistake, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That's a pretty big mistake. What is that nut? Oh, that's my other thing. Okay. Yeah, pretty
Imagine
big
how he
mistake.
smells.
Putting a convicted wife beater in charge of my mother, and then giving him a POA on top of it. Anyway, like I was saying, he took that POA, called Ohio, and said, "Yeah, I'm POA over the Von Helton estate. Give me that $2 million," which Ohio did. And it's not Ohio's fault because they didn't know no better. He lied to them. He lied to them, obviously. But he got the $2 million. Then when he got the $2 million, he comes back to Kentucky, brags about it, and says, "Oh, yeah, I'm putting my kids through college with that money," which he did, by the way. He put his kids through college. Google it.
Did they
Google
get
it.
full masters, or do you not know?
I don't
Because
know.
you
I
said
don't
you
know.
knew people that had masters that were flipping burgers.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean, I
people with
understand
master's degrees.
universities. You get out, and it's
Well,
not
see,
like
that's the thing. See, college. See, that's the problem. See, a trade school. If you go to a trade school will actually set you up with a job right then and there.
Yep.
Okay. And see, colleges and universities, they don't do that. But a trade school, if you go to a trade school, okay, when I took auto mechanics, brakes actually in trade school, what happened? Oh, they set me up with a job working at a mechanic shop. Okay.
He could still be working there today if he was educated in brakes. There's a job for life. I mean, by now he would have been like a total expert, and like probably no, he wouldn't be running his own show because he's not smart. But if he was educated in brakes and he's able to focus, concentrate, he could be wealthy just from that. What an idiot!
Trade school actually set you up with a job. Colleges and universities won't. They just leave you hanging. And that's the difference between a trade school and colleges and universities. And that's why it's very important not to go to college and university, because you spend too much money and you don't even get a job at the end of it. You just get left hanging.
I agree. Larry's son went on a scholarship, according to what Larry said, and according to what Larry's wife didn't dispute. So, Von Helton is caught in yet another lie. Is everyone telling the lie? Well, anything he says is a lie. So, is anybody telling the number of times he opens his mouth? Because that's a lie. Another lie you can add to the tally.
This is Larry's son went on a scholarship.
Scholarship, my ass. He used the $2 million he got off of my daddy to put his kids into college. That's exactly what he done. That's exactly what he done. Listen, he whined and cried for years. He whined and cried for years that he didn't have no money to put his kids through college. He whined and cried about it for years. It's on his own videos. Go watch his old videos where he couldn't put his kids through college. And then suddenly he gets the POA from Clay County, And then suddenly he's got $2 million, which he bragged about openly, by the way. And then suddenly his kids are in college. Wow, imagine that. Imagine how that works. Isn't that amazing how that works? Okay. See, that $2 million that my dad had in Ohio, that was for me. That wasn't for Larry fucking Frost. That was supposed to come to me. But see, he used that POA he got from Clay County to say, oh, it's the POA, so give it to me. And Ohio didn't know any better, so they gave it.
So basically,
I'm out $2 million from my daddy. Plus, I'm out $4.3 million out of mom's checking account.
Did he cheat getting the power of attorney?
Do what now?
Did your mom have dementia when
now?
she gave him power of attorney? Then is what you're saying? Because I have
my mom never authorized him to be power of attorney over jack shit.
So I'm wondering if
my mom never gave. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. Listen. My mother. I've got my mother on video. I asked her point blank, did you want Frost to be in charge of your affairs? She said, absolutely not. You're to be in charge of my affairs. I've got her on video. I've got her on video saying that shit. Go to my Odyssey page. Go to my my Odyssey page. Go to my Odyssey page.
I would like to see that. Well, just because there's so many things flying around. It's hard.
It's on my. Well, wait a minute. It's on my BitChute page too. If you don't like Odyssey, go to BitChute. But it's on my BitChute page and my Odyssey page. I asked her point blank, who did you want in charge of your affairs? She said, I want you in charge.
She did not. I've watched that video, and she says, I want your son to get everything. Oh no, we're talking about in charge of your affairs. No, I watched that video for sure, and he was directing her. It was under duress. She wasn't comfortable. He was rushing her. He was raising his voice. He wasn't talking to her like he should be talking to her. He had this high whiny voice as he was nagging her. No, you fake. That was fake. And I will try one of these days to find it on Odyssey, and we'll watch it and we can analyze it. Would you like that?
I said, you don't want the Frost in charge. She said, absolutely not.
And that was with a room full of people who heard it, right? Or am I getting them confused?
They're claiming, and she said, absolutely, that stuff belongs. No, the Frost. She said the Frost ain't supposed to get nothing. It's supposed to come to me. It's supposed to all come to me. Her video saying so. Okay, I got her all on video saying so.
Well, what's
the Frosts were never supposed to be power of attorney or executive.
You had her on speakerphone, and there was a big thing that happened. What was that again?
Yes. When
exactly, Bobcat Klein. The Alice was senile in that video, and that's what I was referring to. Let me try and find the video, and if we can find it, then we'll have a look at it, watch it, analyze it, and I'll open up a live stream if you like, and we can all come in and give our 2 cents on Ma Helton's treatment by Vaughn Helton. That would be that would be something new anyway, an avenue that we haven't tapped.
I got her out of the nursing home and brought her back home. She called.
Oh.
And the house was packed with people. Okay, fucking buffering on my and anyway, but the house was packed with people. All right, and she calls Frost up on speakerphone, and says, "Hey, when are you giving me back my lawn equipment, my guns, and all my future?" And he said, "Never," and hung the phone up in her ear. Okay. So, and everybody in the house, so he denied it. He heard everybody that shit. So you can't deny it. And the house was packed with people. I don't remember why, but the house was packed with people. Okay. Well, now
Jerry's
see,
right.
at that point, when she asked to have her shit returned and he doesn't return it, he is no longer an executor. He is a criminal. He has committed grand theft at that point.
He's a criminal.
Because the executor cannot go against the beneficiary. He can't do it. If the beneficiary says, "Take my shit," he has to drop what he's doing and immediately give her back all of her shit.
Hey, Vaughn. Are you there?
Okay.
Your internet's choppy. Am I
That's
okay,
grand theft
guys?
at that point. That's grand theft at that point. Okay. That's grand theft at that point. At that
Yeah,
point, that's
no,
grand theft.
that was an
Okay.
accident.
Because if the beneficiary says you've got to give me my shit back, you have to do it. Give his stuff back, or you have to give the financial equivalent, one or the other. And see, he didn't do it. Okay, he didn't. But like I said, it doesn't matter. It's a moot issue because Mom on video is saying that he was never the executor. I was the executor. Everything was supposed to come. Okay, I got her on video saying that shit. All right, so he was never the executor. They say, well, it was an old will. Well, now wait a minute. If it was an old will and Mom's on video saying he was never the executor, and I never wanted him to have any of my shit, then it ain't an old will. It's a fake will at that point, right? It's a fake will. It's not an old will. It's a fake will. And not only that, but even if you did claim it was an old will, he claimed it made him executor at that time, 2021. Well, see, even if you maintain that it's an old, his executorship would have expired in 2015. Okay, his executorship would have expired in 2015. He came into court in 2021.
It looks like Jess is having a hard time staying focused on this bullshit conversation. Sorry.
He wouldn't have been the executor anyway. So yes, so he either committed perjury or he committed a felony by filing a false document. Either way, he's wrong because he wasn't the executor in 2021. I was the executor.
Is because the governor of Kentucky or the prosecuting attorney or some government official.
The prosecuting attorney. The prosecuting attorney is also a Kentucky congressman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prosecuting attorney is also a Kentucky congressman.
And he doesn't
he's
like
a congressman,
you.
right? No, he does not like me. Correct. He does not like me. He believed all of Frost's bullshit, and that's unfortunate. But the only way I can get now is to go to federal court. I guess it's the only thing I know to do. I have to go to federal court.
I do this because I can't see you good enough on. After you
whatever.
awarded all the property, what happened then? You got swindled of it?
Yeah, of course I did.
Oh.
Well,
okay.
I didn't have any money. See, when somebody takes your money, dude, you can't do anything. He cleaned out all the out of my bank account, my mom's bank account. We had a joint account buffering. This thing keeps buffering. I don't know. Cleaned out bank accounts. You can't do shit without money, dude. How you go pay bills without money? How you go to pay the tax liens without?
Yeah, I don't know whether you got all that money, had it. I don't know. Looks like he.
If I come back, there I'm back. Okay, there I'm back.
Yep.
I don't know why it keeps buffering like.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of this.
Your internet's iffy. Oh. Speak of the devil. Oh, this is good. I'm back on with Vaughn. We're going to get some more Vaughn. This is a good thing. Add to stage. I'm going.
There we go. Now I'm back. I don't know what happened.
Your internet's going in and out a little bit.
Yeah, my internet sucks. Yeah, well, that's what I'm at a truck stop. What do you expect? Yeah. Anyways, anyways, but yeah. So I mean, when you ain't got no money, you can't pay your tax liens, your taxes. You can't pay you can't do shit.
Yeah, taxes
I
are
mean, all I
big.
was getting was stimulus checks, and those were going for the bills. That was going for the bills. So I mean, I was barely surviving. And then the trolls contacted CPS and said, "Hey, grab his and keep him for 3 years, and then that way you could take all of his stimulus checks away from him too." And that's exactly what CPS did. That's exactly what they did. They did everything these fucking trolls told them to do. Isn't that right, trolls? Fuck yeah, it is. Fuck yeah, that's right.
Ron,
It's absolutely right.
did you see the
Yes.
meltdown between Shani and Rev all about because she didn't have cookies recently?
I don't know about the
Or
I don't
it
know about
was
the cookie
chips,
thing.
but the Keebler cookie fight happened, and then this one
Yeah.
was about she wanted chips, and she had a full-blown meltdown, and Rev wanted to kick
Yeah.
her ass out. And we
Right.
don't know if it's real or not, but I thought the cookie thing was funny, so I put it up there.
No, what I think is funny is that a millionaire gets a morbidly obese woman instead of a supermodel. That's what I
Yeah,
think is funny. I think
I
that's hilariously funny.
yeah,
I think that's hilariously funny.
great.
Hey Rev, what happened to you, motherfucker? You used to be
Oh
a top shelf
man,
guy. You used to be a top shelf guy, Rev. I remember when you were sane. I remember when you were a normal guy. What the fuck happened to you?
he
What did
is.
I tell you? What did I tell you years ago, Rev? What did I tell you? I said, get you a supermodel because a supermodel already has her own fucking money and she don't need yours. Isn't that what I fucking said, Rev, years ago? Fuck yes, it is. I said that to you years ago, Rev. You're in the shit you're in because you didn't listen to me. And when people don't listen to Vaughn, what happens? Oh, everything goes to shit.
Uh-oh.
Everything goes to shit, Rev. You could have listened to me. You should have listened to me. I told you to get a supermodel because the supermodel, she's already got her own money. She don't need your money. Hell,
He
she
that
probably have more
he
money than you.
yeah,
I mean, his
even at
value,
that amount of money, Vaughn, I
his
don't think
value. Okay,
anybody
hold on. His original estimated value was 2 million, but he spent a bunch of it, and it got knocked down to 700,000 or some shit. Right? Correct. But you keep forgetting he had another 2 million waiting for him in Pennsylvania when he got to Pennsylvania. Okay, so he's back up to 2 million. Now he's 2,700,000. Okay, so he's 700,000 to the good at that point. Right? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so he was still a millionaire. But how did he lose all that money? Oh, Shanny. That's how he lost all that money. That's exactly how he lost that money. No doubt about it. But if he'd have listened to me and got a supermodel that already had her own fucking money, she wouldn't have needed his money. And he'd still be a millionaire today. And he'd have a hot wife. Whether he got sex from her or not is immaterial. He still had a hot wife.
no,
He'd
if he
probably he'd
was
probably
having sex with the torso doll, I doubt that he would
but she'd
have
probably
the
the thing
swag
about
to
okay,
land a
all right.
hot woman.
Well, here's the thing about the supermodels. They're constantly out doing shoots anyway, so she'd probably be never home anyway. But it
No,
doesn't
they're
matter.
on
It's
yachts.
about but it doesn't matter. It's about the look, okay? He would have a hot wife. It would be about the look, He'd have a hot wife, he'd still have his $2 million. And then he would have went to Pennsylvania and got the other 2 million, which means he would have $4 million, all to the good. He would have been miles ahead if he hadn't have picked up Shanny, like I told him. I told him, I am on record telling him, get you a supermodel, Rev. Get a supermodel. Didn't listen to me. And
Did
there you go. He
my
didn't listen to
balls
me. He should have
bigger.
listened to me. He should have fucking listened to me. And he didn't. And now he's paying for it. Right?
Holy crap.
Why would anybody want to listen to Von Helton with his track record? Huh? I'm trying to find me here. Okay, there we go. Why would anybody want to listen to Von Helton when there he is sitting in his car with moaning about how he's got nothing and how somehow everything was taken away from him? He has he has no control of his own life. But everybody else who watches him does have control of their own life to a very large degree. We all We all have shelter, we all have food, we all have income, we all have taken care of business. And here he is giving advice to those who are better than him anyway. Idiot. Carry on. And now, just before I could do carry on, actually, I want to give a shout out to Jess for this. Is actually quite brilliant how she's managed to get him to open up with the and spew the bullshit like like a waterfall. This is like a Niagara Falls von Helton spew event.
Oh.
Now you pay him for. Oh yeah, I hate leg cramps. They suck. I hate them.
Way to go, Jess.
Yeah, you gotta get up and walk it around, walk it out, dude. You gotta get up and walk it out.
The doctor took me off potassium, and I hate him for it.
Well, you gotta have potassium, or you get leg cramps.
I
Dirt.
know. I gotta talk to him tomorrow. He's an
Go get a
idiot.
banana. Eat a banana. Just eat a
Nah,
banana.
it's worse than that.
Dr. Von Helton.
It's just like a banana isn't gonna cut
Just
the
get you.
muscle. It
Okay,
comes
eat
and
5 of
goes.
them
It's
then.
not that bad. It used to be a lot worse.
But anyway, but you know, I am on record. I am on record telling Reb to get a supermodel. Okay, I'm on record for that shit. And if Reb had listened to me instead of listening to whoever the fuck he listened to, he would be my.
Hold on a second. Fuck you, Von Helton. If you had listened to Todd, perhaps you would have not lost your property. So who the hell are you to give advice to people when you're given advice, don't listen? And there are other people besides Todd, of course, who did try to help you, who did try to give you advice. All these people that you have distanced yourself from, they all try to give you sage advice. So who the fuck do you think you are giving other people advice and then lying about your own background, your own misdeeds, your own crimes, especially against children? You're an evil, vile human being, Von Helton. I hope you, at some point, someday, watch this.
Miles ahead right now, because the supermodel's got her own fucking money. She don't need your money, Reb. She needed a dime of your money. She had her own fucking money. Think. You gotta think, dude. You gotta fucking think. Yeah, okay, she'd be going to shoots all the time and hardly ever home. But who cares? But who the fuck cares? You know, it's about the look anyway. Hey, I got a hot supermodel as a wife. I mean, look at Trump. What does he got? He's got my.
Am I sort of rewinding this video and replaying it again? Because every time I go away or I move, I come back, he's on and on about, hey, Reb, you should have got yourself a supermodel. I'm sitting in my car destitute and you should take my advice because I have real estate law. 2 years of it, by the way, let me tell you something. And I worked 3 jobs. So listen to me, buddy. Man, this guy is insufferable. And the ignorance, his own self-ignorance of being this malicious, malignant narcissist is baffling.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Vaughn had me blocked. I'm just so glad you unblocked me, Vaughn. Now we can play again.
Why? And I don't know why the fuck it keeps, but it does anyway. Whatever. But I am on record telling Rev, hey, go to supermodel, and he didn't listen. And he didn't listen to me. And when people don't listen to me, what happens? Oh, bad shit happens. That's what happens. People that listen to me, they do great. People that don't listen to me, bad shit happens.
Vaughn, how's your 6-pack?
What can I say?
Along? Somebody wants to know how, in a nicer
fashion is almost gone, guys. Can you believe?
How is your 6-pack coming along?
The belly is almost gone. It's significantly less. Let's put it that way. I still got some in my ass I need to get rid of. because I still got a big ass. I need to get rid of
Oh,
that.
I wish I had a
But
big ass.
but the belly is
Big
shrunk
old
down
daddy
significantly.
ass, man. I
Well,
wish
it's
I
okay for
did.
apparently it's okay for women to have a big ass now. It's apparently okay for
Well,
women to have a
it
big ass now.
was,
But us
and then
guys,
it
we still don't
wasn't.
look for a big
No,
ass.
I still kind of
Then it
wish
wasn't,
I
and it's
did.
back on again. Yeah, on again, off again. Yeah, it's
Goodness.
trending. It's trending. They say.
Yeah. Oh. Damn.
What happened?
Jess with the BBW.
Just me and Jess. Let's have
Yeah,
have a conversation with Jess.
Big
Jess.
old white ass.
Hey, Jess.
What's that?
I'm trying to get your attention.
Big,
Jess.
beautiful woman. I think that's called, or.
Oh, don't pretend you're ignorant.
Obese.
I think that's called bullshit. Who would win the biggest POS award?
No, Vaughn is not obese.
Whoa!
No.
Larry Frost was obese.
Dude, that's
Frost was obese.
a loaded question.
I'm not obese. And like I said, my dad bod is slowly going away, thanks to gods. I'm finally getting rid of that damn.
You can be obese and not be like Shannon, though.
Irvin or Gary Mills.
Like the BMI calculator told me I was overweight, and I was like, "Yeah, I could lose a few pounds, but I'm not just."
My belly's about gone, dude. I had a big belly. I was 250 pounds.
Well,
and then
you're a bodybuilder, you're a boxer, right? Or something like that. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Straight.
Well, I actually had somebody tell me, they said, dude, your six pack's under there. You just got to get rid of the dad bod and it'll show again. It's like, oh, okay.
Really? I heard the opposite. It's worse as you get older to get it off. That's why
well, it is. It's hard to get rid of the dad bod. Well, why do you think it was apple cider vinegar gummies? That's why I was eating. That's why I was eating apple cider vinegar gummies to get rid of this stupid ass belly of mine, so I can get my six pack back.
Oh, well,
when the belly disappears, the six pack reappears.
Shocked at
I think that the $5 from Toby Michael will be enough to get him another bag of apple cider gummies. Would you not think? Maybe a couple of bags. I'm not too sure what prices are like these days in the United States.
How solid and strong you were.
Oh, G-Man was shocked. Yeah, he was shocked. He couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. But holy shit, Bon, you're like a fucking rock. I said, yeah. He did. He said, oh my God, dude, you're like a rock. I said, yeah, I am. Apparently I wasn't lying about all that fucking shit I did back in the day. Huh? Wow, imagine that. But yeah, G-Man said that, man. He said, you're a fucking rock, dude. I said, yeah, of course I am. When I say I was a bodybuilder, when I say I was a powerlifter, when I say I was a welterweight boxer, when I said I took all those different types of martial arts, I wasn't talking bullshit. I really did those things. And my body is like a fucking rock, especially my back. He was impressed the most with my back. He said, your back is like a rock, man. He couldn't believe it. He was shocked.
I don't understand why you don't have chicks just all over you like that. Women like strong men.
Because I'm ugly as fuck, that's why. Because I'm ugly as fuck, that's why. I'm ugly as fuck and I'm poor. I'm ugly as fuck and I'm poor.
You're not
I'm ugly as fuck and I'm poor.
All right, let's have a quick discussion. He's ugly as fuck. Absolutely. Look at that mug. But if he were to just shave his whole face, and he said, just shave everything, just do that. If he were to just do that, nobody would say, you're the worst looking, ugliest fuck on the planet. He'd probably go up a couple of notches, be the second or third worst looking. But that's all he's got to do. Rant over.
Poor. If I wasn't ugly as fuck and poor, then maybe there would be chicks spawning over me. I mean, it's not like I got a train of chicks right here at my car door, right? I mean, come on, man.
Truck stops are notorious for ladies of the night, if you know what I mean.
Well, I ain't been approached, so I haven't been approached, so apparently I'm too fucking
approach somebody.
That's the stench. I haven't been approached because the ladies of the night would be, there's a car, there's a man inside. I'm gonna approach this man, and I think I'm going to leave this man alone. That's how it works with the ladies of the night.
I'm
They
too fucking
want
ugly. I'm too
a
fucking
couple
ugly.
bucks for, you
Yeah,
know.
well, I ain't got the money. That's another thing. I'm poor.
Somebody better get him a hooker then, at least.
I'm poor. So it's gonna prevent that from happening.
That was
'Cause
naughty.
I'm poor. But anyways, but yeah, so yeah, but I mean, you know, I'm not a hobo, I'm not a vagabond, I'm not a delinquent. I'm here because I'm a victim of
Why are they
circumstance.
asking to see your fingers?
Because my fingers are dirty. I'm
Well,
a pagan and I play in the dirt, and they don't like that I play in the dirt.
well, let's
They don't
see
like
what
that I play in
bad
the
it is. I don't.
Hold on a second. You play in the dirt? Okay. So let's peel the onion. He plays in the dirt. He never leaves his car. He sits in his car all day, and he plays in the dirt. So what he is saying is this: he never washes his hands, and he plays in the dirt. That's what playing in the dirt is, I think, because what else can it be?
I don't get it.
My hands were just a little dirty from where I was playing in the dirt. They
Well,
don't like it.
oh.
They don't like it. They
Huh.
freak out because I play in the dirt. See, pagans believe in being grounded, and I
Well,
take
that's
that
your
literally.
feet, though. I know
And
about
I take that
grounding in
literally.
earth and soil. That's for your feet.
Well,
I
you
didn't
can
know
ground,
you.
you know, you stick your hands in the ground and do it that way too, which is
Oh,
what I do.
like
Which is what I do.
what's that called? That yoga pose? God dang it!
Yes,
Not
there's
a
a yoga
down
pose to
dog.
that effect. That's right. There is.
Yeah,
I don't do yoga anymore because
with your
I
ass up
can't
in
move
the
because of
air.
my death. Yeah, well, my feet and legs are swollen up to the point I can't do
Oh,
yoga anymore. But
you know, you gotta raise them up and wear those
raising them up
goddamn
has okay.
socks.
Raising them up doesn't do shit.
Why?
This is not.
I
This is
had
not.
that happen once to me, and it was
Right. Yeah,
miserable.
you raise them up if you have water retention, but I don't have water retention. I
I
have
had to
clogged
take
up
medicine
lymphedema
for that.
nodes.
One day my face will look really thin and you can see my neck bone. And then one
Right.
day if I skip it, I'm like, it's a whole weird thing.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I
But
don't
see,
know.
lymph nodes filling up with fluid is not the same as water gain. Okay, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, water
And
weighs.
they're saying that a parasite may be the problem with lymphedema. And if that's the case, then all I need is an anti-parasitic, and my lymphedema might go away. Wouldn't it be awesome? That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I
Then I
like
can,
hot
then I
yoga.
can move. Then I can move again. Then I can move again. I can move and have my being again.
And you could take your dog to the dog park to give us
Yeah,
an update on the pup. And
yeah.
a box of
Without
meat.
being in pain all the time. Yeah, that would be awesome.
Everybody was wondering what the box of meat was. What was
Mm.
it that
But
you
the
were
box,
feeding
what
him?
box?
You said
Oh,
he just had a whole box of meat.
yeah, a box of meat. Yeah,
Well, how do you
yeah.
buy a box
There's the
of meat?
box.
But where'd it come from?
How do you buy a box of meat? It come from a grocery store, silly.
Oh,
I
you
went
mean
to the
lunch?
grocery store, bought a box of meat. Yes,
Oh,
lunch meat,
lunch?
right. I bought a
Oh,
box of
okay.
lunch
Like
meat.
ham, turkey.
Yeah, yeah, I bought a bunch of lunch, bought a bunch of lunch meat, and he ate everybody.
Wow.
Calm down, Sharpie. Calm down, Sharpie. Calm down, Sharpie.
Um,
There's just some guy looking at his car. Get back here. Get back here. Get back here. Just somebody looking at the car. Get back.
You know,
Yeah.
you can go and get an emotional therapy letter. Have you heard of those?
Well, really, he is an emotional therapy dog. I
I
mean, he
know, but
really
you
is an
gotta get a
emotional therapy
letter
dog
from
for
the
me. He
vet
is.
because a lot
That's
of
true.
places won't let you bring your dog without that
Uh,
letter. That letter makes
right.
you
Well,
exclusive.
should be easy to get.
Yes. It's not
Should be
that
easy to
expensive,
get. Should be
but
easy to get. Yeah, well, I'll see about getting it. I'll see about getting it. Shouldn't be that hard to do.
People
Because he is my
will.
emotional. He is my emotional animal, really. I mean, he's the only thing I've got left. So,
I'm
he's
gonna
kind of
just
important.
post these because they're. Oh, my eyes are just so bad I can't see. So I have to. I'm not trying to get you riled up because of your heart, but it says what? Can't clean J-Dub's tires, but can play in the dirt. Huh, that's weird. What do you have to say for that? You didn't want.
Yeah,
You were
well,
getting.
okay, here's the thing about J-Dubs' tires.
Okay.
The thing about J-Dubs' tires is that I don't think he was going to pay me. Okay. I don't think he was going to pay me. I just don't. And besides, I don't do what a troll says to do anyway, because trolls were the ones that told me to do it, and I ain't doing it for no fucking troll.
What? Horse?
Now, as far as bending down goes, bending down is different when you're already on the ground. If I'm already on the ground, then it's easy for. I have certain things that I do that involve getting my hands dirty.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just nitpicking.
Exactly. Because, let's face it, at the end of the day, we are all pagan until we wash our hands. And then we slowly become pagan again because our hands get dirty. So we're pagan. And then we wash our hands. And we're not pagan because we have clean hands. But as time unfolds, our hands get dirty and we wash them and so on and so forth. So what is this bullshit?
Right?
There's also the only
Guys,
thing you need to do. Just go fuck yourselves
nitpicking. You shouldn't
on a daily
have a
basis.
problem having a little dirt under your fingernails.
Biggest liar on
You're making it
YouTube.
like it's a
Yeah,
great
okay, well,
big
I'm the big
deal.
liar on YouTube.
Where's my fingers?
Yeah, they're saying I'm
Do
lying.
they look
They're
really
saying I'm lying.
dirty?
Go
I
fuck
don't have
yourself,
any
troll.
nail polish on, but usually I do. I keep them short.
Well, see, the thing of it is, I mean, see, the thing of it is, what they don't see is when I go in there and wash. They don't. They just see when I come back from getting outside. Fuck them. I don't care. That's not the problem. That's my problem. It's not a problem. That's my problem. Besides, in my car, it's not like I'm living in a house. Hey, trolls, why don't you give me.
Give me what? Money.
Hey, trolls, why don't you give me $3,000 so I can move into my own place, and then I will be able to take a shower every day. I'll be able to have clean hands every day. Why don't you do that? Why don't you give me $3 to $5 grand so I can
Didn't
go
you
get my
just
own
say that
place
you had a shower
and I
at the
have a
truck
place to
stop?
stay until I
That's
get
cool.
set aside.
I didn't know truck stops had.
I mean, you guys claim you got shit tons of money. Well, shit tons of money. Seems like you could give me $5 grand to go get my own place, right? Yeah.
Oh man, have you ever heard such crap? Just if you could give me money, I'd get my own place. Give me.
People in wheelchairs can work. Why does it?
Fucking hell, I'm sick and tired of listening and hearing give me.
Money mall. A little salty.
Salty, yep, salty.
Somebody here. I have to post it because it's easier to read. My eyes are so bad. Can you ask Vaughn if people in wheelchairs can work? Why he doesn't get a wheelchair?
Good question.
If people, but see, the thing of it is, all right, you say, oh, well, people can work. Okay, great. But what you don't say, and what you don't say, is that the people in the wheelchairs have to have this ramp, number one. Number two, you have to have specially designed places for that wheelchair to go so that they can sit in their wheelchair and not have to switch over to a regular seat. See, there's a lot involved with setting up a person to be working in a wheelchair. Not just, oh, you're hired, go work somewhere. You got to set that building up to be wheelchair.
He's got an absolute bullshit excuse for everything. Have you ever heard this before? The ramps.
Active to be available for a wheelchair. Okay, but see, you keep forgetting that little part. Now, yes, there might be a handful of people in wheelchairs that have jobs. That's true, but it isn't very many. Okay, it isn't very many at all. And that building has to be wheelchair accessible. That's the law. That's not Von Helton's opinion. That's the law. Okay, and most businesses, like it or not.
Hold on a second. If it's not wheelchair accessible, you can walk, you asshole. So you wheel yourself up to the step. You get out of the wheelchair because you can walk, and you go up the step. I mean, dude, man, you're pathetic. You're I don't know. Is there a word that describes something that's exponentially more pathetic? If there is a word, I want to learn it.
Are not wheelchair accessible. They're just not. There are many that are, but there's an awful lot that still aren't. And that's just the way it goes, man. Sucks to be them. But here's the funny part about it. I could go get my legs. The doctor wanted to take my legs. Did you know that? The doctor wanted to take my legs. But you know what? I told him no. I said, I want to keep my legs as long as possible. But if they'd have took my legs, I still wouldn't be able to get my disability. Isn't that a crock of shit?
Oh, come on now.
No, you can't. They changed the criteria.
Yeah.
The criteria for disability. No, listen.
If you lose your legs, you get nothing. If you lose your legs and one arm, you get nothing. If you lose both legs and both arms, you think you'd get something? Nee.
No, Jess, listen to me. They changed the criteria for disability. Now to get your disability, you got to be able to tell them what you did what work you did back when you were 20 years old.
Well, that's
and if
you have to
you
work
have to have
an amount of
you have to have work
years
credits.
to qualify for disability.
Okay. All right. Well, hold on. All right. So if you have to have work credits, then it ain't disability anymore. Because disability used to be how disabled you were. Well, see, it ain't that way now. Now it goes by work credits. Well, it ain't disability then. Now is it? It's a joke.
It worked for me when I was going through cancer. I'm not going through cancer now.
Used to. There used to be percentages. All right. You had partial disability. You had full disability.
I had.
Okay. Well, see, that's all out the window now because now it's based on work credits, and you either get your disability or you do not. And if you don't have the work credits, you don't get disability.
I'm going to have to look that one up.
Yeah, well, look it up all you want because it's based on work credits now. Whoever came up with that idea needs to be fired immediately. They need to be fired immediately because I'm old enough to remember when disability meant you were physically disabled and could not work. That's what disability used to mean. Well, it doesn't mean that anymore because now it's based on work credits.
So it's based on Metroid game good?
If it's based on work credits, then it's not disability anymore because disability used to be how disabled you physically were. If you were physically disabled, you went and got your disability. And then when you went to go get your disability, they said, okay, you're partially disabled. You're 25% disabled. You're 75% disabled. Or you're 100% disabled and you get your full disability. That's how it used to be. Well, see, it ain't that way no more. Now it's based on work credits. Well, is that even disability then? No, it can't be. Because disability is supposed to go by how physically disabled you are. Well, they don't do that anymore. So it's not even disability anymore. It's a joke. It's a fucking scam. Okay, disability should have nothing to do with what you did back when you were 20 fucking years old. Should have nothing to do with that. It should be how physically disabled you are. That's what it should be based on. Well, surprise, surprise, Sergeant Carter, it's not based on that no more. Now it's based on stupid ass work credits. Okay, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And see, that's disability at that point. That's not disability at that point.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
what you call it. You can't call it disability because disability is by how physically disabled you are.
So
See,
somebody's saying they
I
heard you
can't
got a
get disability.
back blown
Okay.
out. Also, is that true? Somebody's saying that
I
you
got a
got
what now?
a back blown out. Let me put it up.
Well, I have according to the doctor, I have severe muscle spasms in my back, which prevents me from doing pretty much anything. I can't do pretty much anything. And then I had a hip that went out from under me a while back. I was going down to get the mail, and the hip just said, "See you, bye. I'm out of here." And down I went. And so I went to the emergency, and they said, "Well, we can't understand why the hip stopped operating, but we did notice you have severe muscle spasms in your back, so maybe that has something to do with it." I said, "Fuck, you guys are the experts, not me. I don't know what the hell it is." But anyway, the point is that yeah, man, the back, severe muscle spasms in my back from that's straight from a doctor.
Yikes.
That's straight from a doctor. And so I can't lift. A doctor says I can't lift. And see, now with the CHF, I definitely can't lift. Can't lift at all now. Of course, I still do lift some small things, but I can't. I'm technically not supposed to even do that now, not with the CHF. But I've got CHF. I've got severe muscle spasms in my back. I got a hip that went out from underneath me on at least one occasion. And of course, I got the CHF in my, or the CHF. I got the lymphedema in my feet and legs. So between all that, I should get at least 75% disabled. Well, I can't get that because we threw that all out the window and went by work criteria. So now it's all based on work credits now, which is stupid. Disability should be based on how disabled you are, not fucking what you did when you were a teenager. Fuck what I did when I was a teenager. Who cares? I'm disabled now. It shouldn't matter what I did 20 years ago.
I wish.
This is stupid. Don't you agree, Jess, that this is stupid? Don't you agree it's stupid?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Disability should be based on how physically disabled you are. It should have nothing to do with work credits. It should have nothing to do with what the fuck you did 20 years ago or 30 years ago or whatever. Should have nothing to do with that, man. Should have nothing to do with that. That's stupid. The person that did that needs to be fired immediately. You're listening to Trump. You need to fire that son of a bitch immediately because he's a dumbass. Disability. Huh? What?
Who's the German girl?
German girl.
I don't know what this is about. I'm asking.
Can you ask Vaughn? Okay, hang on. Can you ask Vaughn if the German girl was in a building that wasn't wheelchair accessible? What the fuck? I don't know what they're even talking about.
I don't know.
I don't even know
Do you
what
want to come on panel anybody? You're more than welcome
No,
to.
We're not paneling nobody. Fuck that.
I
Hell
thought
no.
this was going to be more for you because I was just
Yeah, this is for me.
Okay.
This is for me. This is for me.
Yes. I just wanted to give you a platform because you
I
are
appreciate
limited on your StreamYard and I'm not.
Yeah, I am very limited on my StreamYards. I only get 20 hours a month, which is stupid. Why don't they just give us 30 so we have one a day? But
I don't think I have a limit on mine. But then
well,
again,
if you pay for StreamYards, hold on. If you pay for StreamYards, you don't have a limit. No.
Yeah,
But see, I don't pay for StreamYards. I'm using a free. I'm using the free version. I'm using the free version, so I have a limit, and that's the way it goes.
Let's see if I'm up to date here. New comments. I'm pretty sure Jess isn't deluded enough to think Trump doesn't watch my channel. Are you out of your mind? Trump doesn't
You
know
never
who
know
I
who's
am.
watching. Actually, you never know who's watching.
Really?
So they don't. You never
Trump
know who's watching.
my
You never know who's watching. I guarantee you, the FBI. One thing I can say is that the FBI
channel.
is watching, because the
Sorry, that
FBI
was
watches everybody. The FBI
yeah.
watches everybody. So oh fuck yeah, the FBI is watching everything.
Oh, like the no-fly list and all that
They watch
stuff.
everything. No, they watch everything. The FBI watches everything. You are monitored 24/7 now. That's a fact, Jack.
Well, I mean,
Whether they're
probably.
actually now, whether they're
I
actually
don't have
watching the
anything I'm
video,
doing wrong, so I don't
but are
care.
you being monitored? Yes. I don't. They may not be watching this video, but are you being monitored? Fuck yeah, you are. Guaranteed. Everybody is.
You
And
know.
and now they're coming out with that facial recognition shit. And so now they're gonna and
That started at Disneyland. I cannot believe that. Todd is in here. Dan. I haven't seen Todd in a long time. I was wondering if he was ever going to come back. I kind of missed him. I got him on speed dial. Who you talking about, Joey? Wake, wake. Vaughn is from Ohio, so he knows this. Where'd he go? Oh, he's there. He's muted. Molly. I don't know. Unmute? Did I mute
there we
them?
go. There we go. Can you
Did
hear me
I
now?
do that?
You did that. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I must have clicked it on accident. My apologies.
Yeah, you have me on mute, dude.
I'm sorry. I was catching up on some of this stuff.
I'm still here.
Okay. What you doing?
I think
Inquiring minds.
I'm gonna take off this hot jacket. That's what I'm gonna do, because it's starting to get warm in this car.
Good.
It's starting to get warm in this car, so I need to
Good.
take this jacket off.
Yeah, it was like 32 the other night here. That was kind of cold.
Yeah, I got 28. Got 28 here last night.
Wow.
28 degrees, man. That's pretty damn cold, right? I thought I was getting away from the 28-degree weather. Whoops, wrong. I wasn't. Now I'm going to take this jacket off just to have to put it back on just a few hours from now, which is kind of shitty, but oh well. That's the way it goes.
Yeah. Thank God for your home on wheels. Because
Yeah, thank God I got a
guess
home
you're
on
right.
wheels.
Literally not homeless.
Yeah, I'm not homeless. I am not literally homeless. I have my car. My car is my home. My car is my home, and that is where I am at. And that's the way it goes, boys and girls.
Now, talking about the car, I'm pretty sure, and the chat has backed me up, that his tags have expired, and they expired at the end of November, because he did say sometime in the summertime that his tags are good until November. It is now December, so he's not going anywhere with that car, because if he does, he's going to get stopped, pulled over, and he's going to be in some big trouble. So, considering that he's not going anywhere, he does not need money for gas in order for him to drive to any destination, because he doesn't have tags. So what he needs is $3,000 for a house, I guess, for a month of housing. He needs whatever it costs to get tags for his car. He also needs to get internet so that he doesn't have to rely on, I don't know, Walmart's or whoever's truck stops internet. If somebody could, oh, how about Michael? Toby Michael, could you provide him with that so he can get off his feet? If you think that making videos about Von Helton is stalking, then maybe it's time for you to step up to the plate. You know, you're talking the talk, well, now you got to walk the walk. So, at the very least, send him his $5 for today.
And there we go. Let's put that back there like that. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Now, it's at an angle, though. I need to figure out how to get it flat. Got me a tray. Got me a tray for putting on my car wheel, my car steering wheel, and I can set stuff on it. So that's pretty cool, huh? Pretty neat, huh? Tray to put on my car steering wheel so I can set stuff on it if I need to. Protect your Pringles, motherfuckers, because I'm coming
Oh,
for
I used to love those, damn it. Mm.
barbecue. Barbecue.
I
Yeah,
like
protect
the
the Pringles,
sour
because
cream and onion ones.
I'm
Oh,
coming for the
God.
Pringles, man.
Stock?
Mm.
That jacket is stock for soup. Oh, that was just one of the weirdest things. I gotta post that one, Maggie Doll. Look at this. Look at how weird this group is. If I could get it, where is it? Oh, poo. That's just kind of funny, but I mean, I'm not laughing at you, but it was kind of a weird comment by Maggie Doll. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Oh, he's gone. Damn it. That jacket is stock. Okay, I gotta get rid of it. I know I see you.
There I am.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, but yeah, I
Ugh,
am not a vagabond. I am not a hobo. I am not any of that shit. I am a
no.
victim of circumstance. And if I get my millions back by taking a Frost to court and get my millions back, then I won't be a hobo anymore, now will I?
He just admitted to being a hobo. He said, I'm not a hobo, I'm not a vagabond, I'm not a blah, blah, blah. But if I get my money back, I won't be a hobo. So he's a hobo. Listen, I think he should be reported to the sheriff of the county that he's in, and he should be taken out of protected. He should be in protective society, let's say. He should not be out in general public. He is a train wreck waiting to happen. Especially with the fact that he's got no tags. I think that he needs he needs to explain his situation to somebody with a badge and a gun. And if anybody knows where he is and can call the sheriff or maybe bring to the attention that there's a madman at a truck stop, that would be much appreciated by America.
Or I can win the lottery. Or some other, some other thing, maybe some rich heiress that needs a guy that's really nice will say, hey, Von Helton's a nice guy. I'll hook up with him. And then she'll already have millions of dollars. I won't have to need shit at that point. I just need to be
Yeah,
there.
I don't know where everybody got that I was a multimillionaire and had many mansions. I was going,
I don't know.
wait
I don't know. I didn't make that shit up. I got that from the trolls themselves. The trolls
yeah,
themselves said that shit.
they've gone hog wild on me. They don't understand.
Just Nick Tech Admin, you think that he's hanging out in Kingman, Arizona? I haven't heard him say anything about Mrs. Parker yet. At least not in this interview. Maybe I missed it.
I don't get
It's
it.
hilariously
Nor
funny.
do I
It's
care.
hilariously funny.
They think I do, but it
Well,
gives me a
it's really funny because one minute you're a multimillionaire living in mansions, and now supposedly you're living in trailers and boxcars. What the fuck?
right.
What
And
the
you
fuck?
saw my house today. I went all the way outside
Yeah,
and showed the
yeah.
whole
Yeah, she
thing.
showed me her house, folks. It's not a trailer. No, it's not.
It's
I mean, it's not a
ridiculous.
mansion.
And
It's
you know
not
what?
it's
I
not a
have
mansion, but it
lived
is a
in
nice house.
trailers. I have in the middle of the woods, and they were fucking
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
Mom's double wide was nice enough. Mom's double wide was so nice the trolls got me kicked out of it, wasn't it? I mean, so it must have been pretty nice, right? Or the trolls wouldn't have worked so hard to get me kicked out of it, right? Right, trolls? Mom's trailer must have been nice enough to where you didn't want me to live in it. So
This guy's desperate. Absolutely desperate. Look at him. I mean, listen to him. The trolls, the trolls, the trolls. I got nothing because of the trolls, and you owe me money. Send me money so I can get out of this. You trolls, send me money. I mean, it's a broken record, as somebody said.
it must be nice enough that you got me kicked out, right? Right? Hot dog. Now, how is your dog going to get along with that cat? Is he going to chase that cat down and kill it?
know, but I've decided on a name. Are you
Oh, you
ready?
have, huh? I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Starts with N and ends with E.
Starts with an N and ends with an E.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie?
No, it's a boy.
Oh, it's a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it ain't Nathaniel because that ends in an L. Nate?
What?
Nate?
How?
That starts with an N and ends with an E, you said. That's Nate.
Oh. Well, I can't believe there's two things in life I don't understand. I don't understand how people found out my mom was a doctor, and I don't understand how people found out about that. Are you in Discord by chance?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No. But I'll get an email. They'll say, Bon, the troll said this. The troll said that.
Oh,
And then,
I know. That's why they had you block me, because they told you something that I
they told me something that
or something.
yes,
We talked
right.
about that.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. And
we know who did it too. It
we
wasn't
probably
John.
do.
But I'm
probably
ready
do.
to let it go.
Yep, I'm letting it go. I'm going to let everything go. I'm not going to worry about anything.
Yeah, right.
Besides, I am absolutely convinced, and I'm being serious now for a minute. I'm absolutely convinced that my time with this rough patch is about to come to an end. Because I'm starting to, I get those angelic numbers. Number one, 333, 444, 222. I'm seeing them more and more and more, and I'm starting to see four numbers now. I'm starting to see four numbers in a row now. 444. I saw 444 the other day, and I've seen 333 here
Have you seen
recently.
911?
So and you go online and you look them up. It's an angelic number, and it represents certain things, and so you got to Google it and find out what it means, and then you find out what it means, and it's like, oh, and the more numbers you got, like if you got four numbers, then it becomes a super angelic number, and then the thing that it does is multiplied several times over. Okay, so if I see 444, and 444 means that I'm going to transition, right? And I don't mean transition as to what the LGBT are talking about. I mean transition as opposed to spiritual things. Okay, so if 444. All right, and it will, let's say I'm transitioning. I'm becoming more spiritual, more enlightened, right? But now if I get four fours, then whatever
From where?
enlightenment I get is going to be exponentially that much more. It's going to be multiplied several times over. You get it? Because 4 numbers in a row is a super angelic number.
Yeah, but it doesn't get you anything. If you win the lottery, if you get all the lottery numbers right, then you win super big. So what is this 4444 nonsense? However you interpret it, it doesn't translate into anything material. At least not as far as he's explained it to this point.
And so whatever it is it does, it's going to be compounded. It's going to be 10 times better than what getting 3 numbers is, right? You get it? Just Google 444. Google what 444 means. Go
I
ahead.
don't
Google it.
do numerology. I know that my mom kind of likes it, and 111s and 222s are angels. And
They're angel numbers, right? They're angel
yeah,
numbers.
I don't know what 444
Uh-huh.
means, and I don't do the tarot stuff, but she does. She likes it. And I kind of tune out
Yeah.
and do my own thing because
Listen, I just something just came to my mind. Can you imagine if? Okay. Now, tonight, can you imagine? This is hypothetical, but have you ever seen the movie series The Purge? Well, can you imagine if tonight The Purge begins at, let's say, at 5 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the evening? The Purge begins. 24 hours from 7 o'clock, the Purge ends. How do you think Von Helton would do during a purge where anything that is not moving and is breathing is killed, essentially? Pretty dark thoughts, but sorry, that's me.
Right.
we're both Scorpios, so sometimes I
right.
listen when I'm visiting her, and it is sometimes really weirdly accurate, but
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm a Scorpio too, so
sometimes you are. Oh yeah, our birthdays are close.
yeah, I'm a Scorpio too. I'm October 24th, so
Yeah,
I'm a Scorpio. Yeah, buddy, I'm a Scorpio. Don't hide it either.
transitioning, not
I don't. Yeah.
transitioning as a tranny.
Yeah,
No,
transitioning spiritually,
yeah.
becoming more enlightened, more spiritually enlightened. In other words,
You heard it here, folks. He's transitioning. No, he's
yeah.
not.
There you go.
They're
Yeah,
just
but see,
playing.
you know they're going to clip that out and say I'm becoming a homosexual or some shit, right?
Oh, whatever. They're just
Oh
playing.
yeah, oh yeah, that's coming. Yeah, they're going to clip that part out and yeah, look, see, he's turning into a homosexual like us. He's going to be like
projecting.
us. That right, trolls? Yeah, he's going to be
This
like
is
us. He's going
Jess.
to be a flaming homo like us.
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
forget trolls. You
John's
forget
the
trolls. I read
flaming.
all your the trolls keep forgetting. I read all their Google. I read them all, man. You ought to read that shit. It's like, oh my god, dude, it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
crazy. They're flaming homosexual. They're not homosexual. They're flaming homosexual. Homosexual to the hilt, man. Oh yeah, high speed, low.
Okay, so how's this levels of homosexuality? How does that work? I do, Nick. I'll get to that in a second. But how does these levels of homosexuality works? There's now, firstly, there was homosexuality, like gay, homosexual. That's kind of was the level that I've always heard. But now there's homosexual to the hilt. What the hell is that?
Drag, man. It's crazy, crazy shit. Crazy shit. But whatever.
I think
I don't
it's Von Helton fantasizing. What do you think?
care. Don't matter to me. But anyway, like I said, though, I do believe that I'm getting close to getting out of this rough patch. And what did the gods and goddesses say when I get out of the rough patch? Absolute victory.
And you'll
Absolute
have
total
a
victory.
glorious future for all of
that
mankind.
will benefit all of mankind. That's
That's
right.
right.
Glorious future that'll benefit all of mankind. Well, you can't do that without shit tons of money now, can you?
No. That's
No.
why you gotta go hit the
That's
lottery
why I
when you
got to win the
can.
lottery. I'm going to win the
Yeah.
Powerball and the Mega Million. And when I win the Powerball and the
Cut.
Mega Million, what's going to happen is I'll have the money to be a blessing to all of mankind that way. I think I'm going to
And
start
do some little
Shovel,
suits like
please.
for
roll
30
All
suits
the
like
years
bullshit.
crazy.
ago, or whatever,
Oh
25,
my
30
God.
years, you
Absolutely.
said? Gosh
And
darn
my
it, get
cousin
them
is
all,
calling, so
Vaughn.
I'm going to cut this short.
Yeah,
Have a good
get
one.
every single one of them.
Oh,
Oh,
what happened?
donate to Mom for Lotto.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What happens?
Those live. I have a wedding tomorrow. How fun! Who wrote that? Let me go up.
Well, it doesn't look like Vaughn comes back. I don't know why he left. Maybe let me just go. Let's go back and see if he's what he says before he left.
Getting close to getting out of this rough patch. And what did the gods and goddesses say when I get out of the rough patch? Absolute victory.
And you'll
Absolute
have
total
a
victory.
glorious future for all of
That
mankind.
will benefit all of mankind. That's
That's
right.
right.
Glorious future that'll benefit all of mankind. Well, you can't do that without shit tons of money now, can you?
No. That's why
No.
you gotta go hit the
That's
lottery
why I
when you
got to win the
can.
lottery. I'm going to win
Yeah.
the Powerball and the Mega Million. And when I win the Powerball and the Mega Million, what's going to happen is I'll have the money to be a blessing to all of mankind that way. I think I'm going to
And
start
do some little suits like for
roll
30
suits like
years
crazy.
ago, or whatever, 25, 30 years, you
Absolutely.
said? Gosh
And
darn
my
it, get
cousin
them
is
all,
calling, so I'm
Vaughn.
going to cut this short.
Yeah,
Have a good one. But
Okay, I think I said he said his
oh,
cousin is
fuck yeah.
his cousin is calling. Hold on, let me just double check this. Sorry.
But are you being monitored? Yes. I don't, they may not be watching this video, but are you being monitored? Fuck yeah, you are. Guaranteed. Everybody is. Down this, yeah, look, see, he's turning into a homosexual.
single one of them.
Oh, too far.
You
Well,
forget, trolls. I read all your. The trolls keep forgetting. I read all their Google.
I'm going to slow it down. Sorry, but let's slow it down to that and see what he says.
I read them all, man. You ought to read that shit. It's like, oh my god, dude, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Okay, let's see.
They're flaming homosexual. They're not homosexual. They're flaming homosexual.
30
Lawsuits like
years
crazy.
ago, or whatever,
There we go.
25, 30 years, you
Absolutely.
said? Gosh
And
darn
my
it, get
cousin
them
is
all,
calling,
Vaughn.
so
My cousin is calling. And then he cut it. So, he's cut. The cousin is calling. Well, let me just cut out of that. Let me just do that. So, the cousin is calling, right? Let's work this out. Let's think this through. Now, he can't move his car because his tags are expired. So, if his cousin is calling and there's going to be some kind of a meeting or a transaction that requires a face-to-face, then the cousin would have to drive to where he is. But I can't imagine what they, unless the cousin's going to bring him cash. The cousin. And he did mention that the cousin was in an even worse situation than he is because children and I don't know, the usual Von Helton bullshit and BS. I think we're up to date. The Jess interview was not streamed live. It was done, I think, last night, so it's not 100% live. It's only half live. Okay. I think his phone rings. Well, he was online, so he probably got a beep or something like that. I'm sure JJ, I'm sure somebody will find him. I hope somebody finds him. But, on the other hand, he is our entertainment, isn't he? So we hope he holds on. Well, we just hope that Toby Michael keeps on sending him the $5. Then he can hold on. He doesn't really have to move. I mean, if he gets enough money from Toby and he has to go somewhere, he'll be able to afford a taxi. I mean, thank you, Toby. No, Toby is Toby. Toby Michael. He's the guy who said that Sydney Winston, me, makes stalking videos of Von Helton. And he said, "You are a stalker. You make stalking videos of Von Helton, and because of that, I'm going to send $5 to Von Helton for every stalking video you make. Ha, ha, that'll teach you." So, I'm being taught by making Von Helton stalking videos so that Toby Michael can satisfy his need to support a child molester, a child abuser who neglected and abused his own children, molested them emotionally for sure. Toby. Folks, that's kind of what I have for now. So it's another thank you for watching, and thank you for anyone who bought a very inexpensive membership at just $1.99 Canadian per month. I will see you in the next one, and I hope it's soon. Thank you, friends. I love you all. This one is Eva. Eva, Eva. All right, guys, we're done for this one.